let's go way back. First off, hello, SQL Dev DBA, Surly Dev. I see Joseph Peach in the chat, Crystal, all kinds of stuff. SQL Dev DBA says the Brittany mic is back online. Um, the way that I've been like off of Twitch for like 3 months because the way that my business works, usually I run our Black Friday sale all November long. And then I work my tail end off leading up to that, building all kinds of stuff, doing marketing online for that. And then December, I've been flying over to China and Japan to join Eve. And Eve goes over to China to like hang out with her family and stuff. And then, so this year I actually expanded a little bit, a lot actually. After December and some of January in China and Japan, we ended up doing several back-to-back cruises. I had a friend of mine who had his 41st birthday party on a cruise ship, the Groove Cruise. Had a wonderful time. Then we did another cruise. Then Norwegian gave me a free cruise in exchange for like loyalty program stuff. So I have not been in the office. I worked for 2 days last week, and then I went off to a curling competition run by Aaron Bertrand up in the north, up in Canada. But I had 2 days of work, went off, did that, and then now I'm finally back to my day job, quote unquote, after not working for a couple of months. Feels like I took a little sabbatical there. It was pretty wild. So I need to catch up on a bunch of things, and I thought, and I've also, Michael J. Swart, good to see you, sir. So I need to catch up with a whole bunch of things. One of the things I need to do is work on some of the first responder kit pull requests that come in. But also that explains why I had a little weirdness with the audio there, is because I moved my home office down. That was the other thing I was going to tell you. Right after the Black Friday sales, I was like, okay, now I'm going to have time to redo my office. I brought my office down to the first floor of the house, and we're redoing a couple of bedrooms upstairs, merging them together to make a giant walk-in closet for Eve. So she still has to design it. That'll take a little time in order to knock out. But this is the first time working in, not the first time, but like I'm starting to move like the streaming stuff downstairs and get all the lighting right. So like the lighting's not quite right. One side of my body is way lighter than the other. I want everything to look exactly right. I want the audio to work right. But so as I go through and do all this stuff, then I'm making changes to the gear. It's probably about time I change the Britney Spears microphone. Like I always need one of these because I move around a lot. A lot of streamers that you see on Twitch or whatever, they're sitting right at their desk and they don't move. They don't stand up and like walk around to touch stuff. But here I walk around all the time. So for example, I have a giant green screen wall here, and usually when I do live streaming, some of the time I'm talking to you side to side on like this side camera. Other parts of the time I am shooting through a camera up over there. There's a camera hidden behind this teleprompter, this like glass teleprompter, and this shoots straight back. So when I'm teaching you like standing over slides or SQL Server Management Studio, I'm standing looking at this, and behind me is the green screen. And so it makes the background disappear so I can overlay myself over on top of the training material. Well, because I move around constantly, I need the microphone to always be really close to me. And so I also have a wireless microphone pack in my back pocket. So like SQL Dev DBA says, the quality of this microphone is great. Yeah, it was like $1,000 for this microphone, plus like $200 for the wireless microphone pack. But as a result, I can be moving all over the green screen, like pointing things out. So as you can see here on this execution plan, a cold front is coming through Nebraska, whatever it is that I want to say over there. So that works out really well. The thing is, this microphone is probably 6 or 7 years old. It's pretty old. I got it during the pandemic. It's probably about 6 years old. And like parts of it are starting to fall off. It's like so old, and it's like a professional grade, full blown. So I can send it somewhere and have it reconditioned. They actually recondition these microphones, but yeah, it's pretty wild. So, and when I do that, I'm going to lose it for a little while, so which that kind of sucks too. So I'm thinking about getting another one just as like a backup. Surly Dev says, how do you manage with one giant screen like that? I like having the thing that I'm streaming as a small window in here. So, like in a minute, you're going to see me stream. And I'll put SQL Server Management Studio up so that the color's a little different. SQL Server Management Studio and like GitHub and stuff like that, that is a remote desktop window to a Windows machine. So that way I can show that. But then all around the edges, I can have the other stuff on the stream that I need to pay attention to. I have the Twitch chat over here, for example. I like having the notes of the things that I need to cover when I'm doing a training class. I'll hang that off the side. Plus, this top monitor here, this teleprompter is actually a monitor, so I can see stuff up on there. I usually like just putting the camera preview up there because your eyes are naturally drawn to your own reflection and you like smile to mirror it and stuff. Surly says I'm using fancy zones to snap windows in position. I've done that from time to time. The thing is that I find that I change my resolution so much. When you run apples, it's really easy to change the resolution of your monitor and it'll rescale and it looks beautiful, as opposed to a lot of Windows machines. It's kind of like jaggy when you change screen resolutions. It doesn't handle anti-aliasing quite as nice. And so I change Windows resolutions all the time. Like if I'm on the road and I'm working with email, I'll use a really low resolution to make the email text really large because I'm old. And then when I'm working with stuff like Management Studio plus something else or a calendar plus emails, I'll go really high resolution so that I can show show my calendar and my emails up on the same screen at the same time. SQL Dev DBA also said, hang the Vision Pro from the ceiling. I actually sold my Vision Pro. I sold my Vision Pro because I never used it. Whenever I traveled, I found myself not using it because it was so heavy. And so what I bought instead was Huawei makes these trifold phones. So it's just a regular, like an Android phone, but then you can unfold it and it unfolds to a full-size tablet. I say full-size tablet. I mean, it's like a 10-inch tablet. So that's super handy when I go traveling. It's so nice to have this thing in there. And I can just throw it in my pocket and walk onto the plane with it. And I don't have a huge bulky thing in my hands. I can just throw my bag in the overhead and sit down, and then I can unfold the Android tablet. It's really nice. I use it all the time for like watching videos and stuff. If I could get my Apple messages on here, I would absolutely use this as my daily driver because it's not that thick and the battery life is really fantastic, but Apple's messages doesn't work with it. There are things you can do like set up a Docker container to run all the time, but I just don't want to bother. I don't want to bother with some kind of thing like that that's constantly shuffling the messages back and forth between my phone and my regular one. So Huawei makes this, and then Samsung also makes this. I can't remember the name of Samsung's version, like what they call their like Galaxy trifold type thing. The one thing that I will warn you, because a bunch of you are going to go look anyway, is it's expensive as all get out. It's like $3,500 US, so it is not. Somebody said the audio is goosed. Let's go fix that. There we go. There we go. Oh, Leppy, good to see you. Sounds like you're in the little boy's room. Yeah, it feels that way. It is. This room is super echoey. I got to put noise absorption panels up on the ceiling and on one of the other walls because it's a small room. It's all hardwood. Unlike my office upstairs, it had carpet on the floors, which made it easier. Yeah, so I sold the Apple Vision Pro and used that basically because Apple stuff does have a really good resale value. So I used that as an excuse to sell that and buy this instead and then not feel so guilty. And it was really funny because Eve also has a Vision Pro. We also got so excited when they came out. We both bought one because you can't really switch accounts on them easily. And then Eve saw me buy this and she was like, when you get tired of this, I'm going to take it from you. And I was like, yeah, no, I'm not getting tired of this. This is actually awesome. I love it. Pilot Coder says SSMS versus Visual Studio. I use SQL Server, so SQL Server it is. Visual Studio I've never found to be intuitive for database work or friendly or fast or anything like that. Nothing against it if people use Visual Studio. That's totally fine. Okay, so let's work on the first responder kit. So let's go hop over into there. So it's funny because, I got to move my display down just a little. I got a really good friend who's a couple of really good friends who are professional streamers, and it always drives me crazy when they start their stream and they talk for like 10 minutes about whatever's going on, like I just did, and then they start doing whatever it is that they want to go do. But I've figured out that from watching them and working with clients and whatnot, that people always want to catch up first for the 10 minutes, not just you, but me as well, that I always want to brain dump for the first 10 minutes, and then we actually get started doing whatever it is that we have to do. So today my mission here is that I've got several requests piled up or pull requests piled up for the, I got to put, well, I'm in here. I got all kinds of things I got to go do. I got to put Zoom it on this particular VM. So let's go do that. So Zoom it. So for those of you who haven't seen, Zoom it is the free utility written by Mark Russinovich, one of the early hackers of Windows, who now works for Microsoft, that lets you zoom in and out really easily and elegantly, like works really well. So let's dump that onto local only. Let's start it. Yes, I agree. The zoom toggle I want is control and that thing. Run zoom it when Windows starts. And then OK. Surly Dev says for zoom it, go to sysinternals.com. Or you can just do what everyone else does in the world and Google. So that's so nice. It zooms in and out. You can also use a hotkey, zoom in and out, and then draw on the screen. I've never gotten good enough at that. Instead, I just like, gesturing at things instead, like walking around like a weather person. So good. So now we have that. So what I was going to say is we've got like half a dozen pull requests here. I am walking in cold. I have no idea what I am walking into, except for the one down at the bottom, added checks for read-only missing routing replicas. This has been hanging out for months and no one is testing it. And I've asked people repeatedly on social media, hey, can you test this for me? So I'm going to go ahead and close it. So I feel bad because Reese is a fantastic contributor. And I'm going to say that inside here. Let's come in. I'm just going to say, I forget, when you zoom in with Zoom It, it has a live zoom, but it's supposed to be buggier. Let's try that because I want to, it has live zoom. Okay, so we'll switch this back to control 1 and we'll make live zoom control execute. Let's try that. Okay, and I believe this is going to let me, good, yeah, this lets me continue to type. Okay, so I feel really bad about this, Reese, but nobody's taking up the call to, let me move around a little bit more so I can, there we go. To test it. And I can't test it because I'm not using those particular SQL Server features. So I'm going to mark this as closed. If you know anyone who can help with the testing, I'd be glad to reopen it. I've just been burned so many times by people wanting to merge code that I can't test and having it backfire massively. So we're going to close that one. Surly Dev changes his shortcuts. I agree. I just don't ever use keyboard shortcuts in like Windows, like over here. I use it out in the Mac, but I don't use it in Windows, so it's not quite as bad. And then I never use, I put it back to control one. I never use control one. I always use control and escape because I also find that easier and more natural. I should say escape. It's not escape. It's the tilde. It's that thing right there. Or no, actually I do I do control escape? What did I do? Maybe I did. It's so natural. Yeah, I use the control and the tilde. I've just been doing it so long, and it's they're easy keys to find, so it makes it kind of easy. This person also, SP Blitzlock, I forgot, they also had one where nobody else has tested it. And so I'm kind of like, I'm going to leave that. I'm going to put a note in there about that. Um, Hi, I didn't want you to think that I've forgotten about this, but the code complexity is pretty high, and Eric Darling also had qualms about accepting it, so I haven't worked through this. Ideally, for me to accept this pull request, I'd want a demo reproduction script where I can walk through it, including building a couple of deadlocks that will produce bad results with the current version of SP Blitz Lock and then good results with your version. Hope that's fair. Is that something you could do? You could do. I ask because you seem to know how to reproduce the bug, which I don't. And then comment. I'm going to assign it to that person, assign it to them, and then come back over to pull requests. Okay, so next up we have Reese has the same person who I was like, oh, I can't accept that other pull request, has another pull request that actually looks good. I'm going to try and change my light brightness a little. Let's see if I can fix this because I look like super bright. And I'm not really that bright. So let's see here. So, I remember this one. Okay. I'm going to open the pull request, or I'm going to open the issue so that y'all can see it. We don't check for last time being null. Let's go through and read it with more details. So current dev branch. That's what I don't like about the live zoom. I forgot about that. You can't move it as easily. You could, usually, I'm used to the other one. You could move a little bit easier. Okay, so what's the problem? Resumable index operations that have never been paused have null details when you check the table directly. Neither of these. Last plumbing null. We look to be reporting when a paused index would be aborted, only when a resumable operation is not paused. This is some weird wording. Have a resumable operation that has never been paused that's still running. Run SP Blitz index on the table direction and the details will be null. If it's creating now, why would it show up? If the index is being created now, why would it show up? Let's copy paste his, at least we have the demo repro script here. So his demo repro script, I'm going to do new query. I'm going to do paste. So I am going to do it on the full-blown Stack Overflow table so that it's nice and large. Fill factor 1. Yeah, no, I'm not doing that. We'll just say with online equals on, resumable equals on. So this one's going to create the index. Then I'm going to have another window that says SP Blitz index, table name equals posts. And then so we're going to see the current version. Then his version does something different. Let's go get his version. And I'm going to files change. Let's go get his new version. I never remember. It's been a while since I've looked at this. View file, and then get me download the file. And then let's see here, it's under downloads. Let's go open it up. So this will be the new SP Blitz index that we'll go put in after we test his, okay, or after we see the index. Okay, so we're going to start the index build. Then in another window, I'm going to run SP Blitz index. It doesn't show the index. Now I'm going to go make sure I got that right. Yeah, that's the post table. Now I'm going to go put his version of SP Blitz index in place. I'm going to run SP Blitz index again, and it also doesn't show the index. Oh, it does say down here. Oh, I missed this earlier. Resumable index operation. This may invalidate your analysis. The details are that it's running. Oh, that's excellent. I didn't catch that in the first one. Let's go see. Let's go see. Let's go see. Let's see the original. Why do I not have that? I thought I cloned that first responder kit. Show and Explorer. Oh, I put it under C documents. That's idiotic. SP Blitz Index. Let's go put that in place again. So this is the original version of SP Blitz Index. Let's close it. Let's go see what the original version. So this is what Reese's fixed version has. Let's go run the original version and see if there's anything in there. So this is what he was talking about here, that the details is null. So that makes sense. So his new version populates the details column, and the details column says, very nice. Says there's an index creation running, first started at this time, 11% completed after 2 minutes. Beautiful. I love it. Let's do this. Let's cancel it. I'm going to hit stop over here on the resumable index generation. When you hit stop on that, it doesn't abort the query. It aborts the query, but it also leaves the partially built index in place. So now we're going to run SP Blitz Index again, and we're going to see that it probably will show something different right here instead of running, assuming that it's working correctly. Yeah! It shows paused over there on the index operation. Now, what I wish would happen is I wish that we would also put it up here, because this is what I was expecting as a user. I was expecting the non-clustered index creation to show up here as well. I'm going to take a screenshot of that just because it's something that I think would be really cool to add at some point in the future. And I'm going to stick that in so that I can put it as a note inside the GitHub issue. Okay. So now at least we know what it does. Let's go back over to his code and let's see what he changed. So let's see here. We have in his GitHub diff. I'm going to hide myself for a second so that we can look at the GitHub diff together. So he moved, boy, that's nice and easy. He just moved one set of code out of an if branch and then somewhere else. This looks identical, so I love it. Let's submit a review. Thanks for the pull request. Tested, looks good. Merging into the dev branch will be in the next release with credit to you in the release notes. And then let's say approve, submit. And then let's put myself back up on the screen. Ta-da. Then let's merge it and confirm the merge. Then over into, let's assign it to him, to Reese, and then put this under the milestone for the May release. Our next scheduled release would be May, but there have been so many pull requests that I think we're probably going to end up doing an earlier release. We're going to call this a bug under SP Blitz Index. I'm going to put it under the milestone for that release and then stick that in here. Comment. Awesome. So there's that pull request. Now let's go take a look at the next pull request. We got like 4 in a row from Vlad DBA. Wow, Vlad DBA's got been putting some work in. SP Blitz who don't fail if the user doesn't have select permissions on sysjobs. Sure, that makes total sense. So let's assign it to Vlad. This is, I'm going to call this a bug in SP Blitz who. So SP Blitz who will tell you if a query is running and it's part of an agent job. But of course, if they don't have permissions to run for an agent job, that would be problematic. So let's see here. So he's adding a variable in can read MSDB. Select count star from function my permissions. Okay. Then if platform is non-Azure and they can read MSDB. Okay. Let's look at the scope of that. Let's see what's going on inside there. Line 744. So let's look at line 744 in SP Blitz who, just to see what's around that area. I'm not going to that. I'm going to line number 744. Is it Control H? No. Let's go to line number. That tells you that it's been a while since I've looked at SSMS. Where's go to? What's the shortcut? Go to line. It was Control G. I thought I hit that. 744. So let's see here. If platform is non-Azure, this is what he's editing. Then go add the program name. Else go. Okay, perfect. All right, that makes perfect sense. So his it doesn't add really like screw with the functionality at all. This makes perfect sense. Okay, so let's say thanks for the pull request. I'm not going to say tested. I'm just going to say looks good because that sounds about right. Approve. Submit review. And then I got it in the milestone. Let's merge the pull request, confirm merge. You might be asking to yourself, Brent, did you really just accept a pull request without even running it? And the answer is yes, because with some of the stuff like this, I know that I have to test it on SQL Server 2014, 16, 17, 19, 20, 22, and 2025. I have to test everything on all those anyway. So what I do is if there's something that looks just really straightforward and also looks like it's going to be easy to fix, then I'll just merge it. And then so that way when I'm testing on for like overall acceptance testing across the whole script, then I can just go in and test those on those older versions. And if there's a problem on there, then I'm not really worried about it because it's going to be easy to fix. Nikito says hello, hello. So let's see here. We'll file that under this next milestone and then paste it in. There we go. Comment. And now let's take a look at the next pull request. So next pull request, SP Blitz lock. So it looks like the same kind of thing. Don't fail if the login doesn't have select permissions on sysjob steps. Totally makes sense. See if he did the same kind of approach. He did, has the exact same kind of approach in on this pull request. Go check to see whether or not they have permissions for sysjob steps, and then only add in the string if they have that permission. Okay, looks good. Paste, approve, submit. Then let's say we're going to assign this to Vlad. And we're going to stick it under the milestone for May. We're going to call this SP Blitzlock. And then we will, one of the dangers, so like this is SP Blitzlock, and you'll notice that one of the other pull requests that we did not accept yet was also on SP Blitzlock. The longer that we go without testing somebody's changes, then the more risk there is that somebody's old pull request, somebody else's old pull request, is going to drift out of date and have conflicts. which just makes things more problematic. Ideally, I would get the anytime somebody submits code, I would get it tested and merged in right away to minimize the chance that somebody else's pull request drifts out of date. Nikito says, presupposing that there are devs who already have select permissions on a production database, how dangerous is it to give them show plan permissions? I think show plan is harmless. The thing is, it does open up the possibility that they'll look at the execution plan and see parameters from someone else's query. So imagine for a second that you had select star from patients where social security number equals 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that was a parameter. Well, if someone's viewing the cached execution plans, they will see the parameters of that other people ran with those social security numbers in it. So that's just one of many reasons why execution plans can have personally identifiable information in it, which gets a little sketchy. Let's see here. Next up, Vlad says, skip CGP admin database. Oh, I had not heard CG. What was his permission or his abbreviation was something skip. Vlad DBA says all these PRs have been brought to you by Google Cloud SQL. I have not used Google Cloud SQL in since it came, the first time it came out, I immediately deployed a version. I was just like, oh, this is kind of cool. And I have not used it since. Google used to be one of my clients. We used to do advice white papers for them. And it's been several years since we worked together, so I should probably reach out to them and see what's going on. Okay, so this is easy. I don't know that I'm going to call it a bug or an enhancement, SP Blitz Index. If that is true with that database, I bet you there's stuff I need to do with SP Blitz too with that same database. So the customer admin login doesn't have access to the gCloud SQL admin database. This causes it to error out. Okay, cool. So let's look at that pull request. And then this is going to be a super simple one, most likely. Yep. This same fix, this same added list of database, I bet you we're going to have to touch in SP Blitz as well. So I'm going to go look at that. I'm going to take this one and then we'll go do it. So submit. Thanks for the pull request. Looks good. Submit review. Oh, that was supposed to be an approval, not a comment. Let's go back over and files changed. Let's make that an approval instead. Approve. And then let's go. Did I put it into the milestone for the public? There we go. So that is assigned to Vlad. And then we will go do merge the pull request. Confirm the merge. I should probably make myself smaller when I'm working on Actually, I'm going to do that. There's no need for me to be this big. That makes more sense. All right, so that's merged. Let's go over to the issue, assign it to Vlad, and then do for the milestone. It's in there. Perfect. Paste. I like to paste in the thanks for the pull request type stuff in here into the main issue itself because I always imagine that people are going to be reading through the issues and they're going to be like, Brent just accepted the work and didn't even say thank you, because they won't know that the author of the code also got a thank you on the pull request review. SP Blitz Index, don't error out when executed with, let's see here. So this is, let's look at what's going on here. So, database. Oh, interesting. You're making a list of databases where we don't have access. That looks where object ID 1, 2, 3. I like what you're doing there. No, you don't care whether or not the object ID exists. You're just oh, that's funny, because object ID 1, 2, 3 probably doesn't exist. I mean, it may exist. It wouldn't. Yeah. That's great. You got the comment in there. The object ID doesn't matter. Love it. That makes perfect sense. Removing the databases we can't access. delete from database. Okay, all right. I love it. I love the way you did this. This is totally smart. I like it. Paste. Oh, one tweak. We can't do this if we're on Azure SQL DB. We can't do this if we're on Azure SQL DB because this will fail. So all I have to do is I just have to make sure that wherever we're running this, so right now we're saying if is serve role member sysadmin equals 0. I also need to say and we're not in Azure. So let's see if SP Blitz Index has a variable about whether or not we're in Azure. I bet we do. I'm going to close my other windows just to make sure that I don't mess something up here. No, don't save. Oh, that's funny. I have a removable. Can I just do drop index? Vlad says that part doesn't get executed on Azure SQL DB. I'm going to look just to double check, but I bet you are correct. Man, I love the AI suggestions. So this was something that is new in SSMS 22.3. Starting with SSMS 22.3, if you set up your GitHub Copilot account, normally when you type in things like drop index, you get crappy recommendations, but look at what you get here. It sent my code off to AI and said, here's what I bet you're trying to do. That's just great. It's so much better. I am such a total believer. Cannot perform this operation on object as one or more indexes are currently in index rebuild state. That's interesting. So how do I cancel? Let's do this. Normally what I would do when I want to go, how would I cancel an index that's in the middle of a rebuildable thing? I would go hop off over to Google. I would go Google for how do I drop an index that was paused and rebuild. But instead, we're going to start writing a comment telling SSMS what we want to do. This index was paused, canceled during build, and we need to drop it. And now let's just hit enter. And unfortunately, sad trombone. That is a really good idea because there is a stored proc named drop indexes in the database. It's not going to work. And even if it did, that doesn't actually make sense because it's saying drop table name posts, what to drop equals index. I don't think that's even a parameter for that. And then accept index names. Well, this is the index that we want to drop. So let's try that again. Let's try writing our comment again. Drop the index IX baddie even if it was paused during building. No, yeah, it's not that smart. So we'll go drop SQL Server index. Hi, Sean. Drop SQL Server index resumable. What happens if you cancel or kill? Alter index pause. No. I thought my own blog post would have an answer for that, but we do not. Nikito said if it weren't in that rebuild state, if what it suggested would have dropped every index except the one you actually wanted correct. That's exactly what it would have done. So let's see here. Alter abort. Oh, okay. Oh, that's kind of cool. Alter abort. Paste. So IX baddie on DBO posts. Let's see what happens there. Hey, okay, cool. So that should do it. Drop indexes. Okay. So now back over on the one that we were looking at. So Vlad's change. That is also what just happened there is also a good example of how SSMS's AI-based autocomplete is better than nothing, but still doesn't do everything yet. I don't view that as a problem of SSMS. I view that as a problem of the LLM that we sent our command to, that SSMS IntelliSense sent its command to, that it was trying to build an autocomplete, that it just didn't send it to a good enough one, I suppose. So let's see here. So we are around 993. We're around line 993. So let's go to 993. And see what's going on in here. If get all databases equals 1, beautiful. Vlad is right, because you can't run get all databases equals 1 on Azure SQL DB, so that's fantastic. We are good there. So let's go submit review, copy, and approve, submit. And then let's go under milestone. That is under this release. We are going to assign it to Vlad and then merge it. I probably should have tested that one because it's complex enough. Vlad says also check the issues tied to the PR for more context. And then let's go over and take a look at that too. SP Blitz index can work just fine without executing. You poor thing, you had to research all this. Deny connect. Ooh, that's, yes. Deny connect, I have seen that, and I never wrote an issue about it. Oh, Vlad, that's really good. I know exactly what you mean there. I've had AGs where people, the person who running SP Blitz index couldn't connect to a read-only replica, and that's very good. But other people could, so that's kind of cool. That's pretty cool. Very neato. Very neato. I love it. I've been meaning to rip this portion out of the template, and I should probably do that. Very good. Excellent work. Thanks for that. Let's tag it with the milestone and put it in the release. Let's put it as assigned to Vlad. And there we go. Okay, so that's also tagged under SP Blitz index. Okay, so now we have knocked out all of the pull requests that, except for the one that we know we kind of need some help on. Let's go over the issues list and let's take a look at. So this is the one that Reese did. I closed this per the notes in the pull request, but if you find a tester, let me know and I can reopen it. Sorry about that. So we'll close that. We'll go back over the issues list and we'll see if we got any other issues. We have, this is the one that I need a tester for, that we need a tester for. And then these two are ones that I've been working on over time. So beautiful. All right, so the next thing that I need to do is I need to update. How long have we been going? Oh, perfect. We've been going for about 45 minutes. I also need to update the blog post that I do for announcements. So to do that, I need to log in and navigate to that blog post though. And if I open that up and show you, there's a chance that you're going to see old customer names because we used to sell stuff through WordPress. So I am going to move this temporarily. Let's see here. I have a button. Let's do this. Let's see if this works. Yeah. So you can watch a video there for a second while I go and open up WordPress. WP admin. Let's open this up and then log into WordPress and get to the relevant blog post. So I have not logged into WordPress on this particular VM before. WordPress. Copy and paste from my password manager. And then Nikito says, sometimes I feel like a non-trivial amount of your video content is just showing off. I should, normally the video screens that I use there, I tend to switch them back and forth. So here we go. I'll give you a different one. There you go. So there you go. That's Iceland. That's Jokasarlan Lagoon in Iceland there. Let me get... I don't know that I've set up a new post. I think I've already set up a post. It really does. Says only sometimes. Where is the first responder kit updates? First responder kit updates. Let's see if we have a post out set up for May yet. We do. Okay, great. So I can edit it. And then let's switch over and show that screen again. There we go. Perfect. Okay, cool. So here we have the blog post for the next first responder kit changes. So what I will do is tear this page off of Chrome so that we can go back and forth. I'm going to go over to pull requests. We are going to find the ones in the 2025 release. Oh my God, there are 27 pull requests already. Holy moly. Yeah, we're definitely going to be doing an early version of or an early release for this to get this out there because we've just had so many of these. There's probably a keyboard shortcut for this, and it probably wouldn't work over a remote desktop anyway. Okay, this is actually the really cool thing that's coming out in the May release. Eric Darling had the brilliant idea to run the first responder kits through Claude Code in order to get an automated code review. That was really slick. That also reminds me of something else. So earlier I said we were going to take Vlad's idea of skipping the Google Cloud admin, and we were going to do that same thing in the SP Blitz index, or SP Blitz as well. Let's go make sure I've got the latest version of the first responder kit. Go pull the latest version down. I'm going to go open up SP Blitz, just plain old SP Blitz, not SP Blitz index. And I want to skip that Google Cloud database the same way that I skip Amazon's. It's called RD admin, I think. No, it's RDS admin. That's it right there. So skip checks on. So we want to skip checks on the Google Cloud database, just like we skip on Amazon's RDS database, because we don't want to play around with that. So what is the name of it? It's gcloud SQL admin. So we will go gcloud SQL admin. Let's go fix our little commas there. Put it in alphabetical order. So we'll say copy. Is there anywhere else that we have RDS admin in the file? If it's Amazon RDS, skip a few checks. There are probably checks we need to skip on Google Cloud SQL. I don't know what they are yet, though, so I'm going to hold off on that one. We will skip that. Target database recovery time. I don't care about the Google Cloud SQL here either. I should do it though. So we're going to change this to not in, and we'll say boom, and then put this right here. Okay. Copy. Then we're going to do the same thing with the little one right down here. Not in. Paste. Okay, let's get Google Cloud admin. Let's check for the next one. There we go. There's another one. Perfect. So we'll say these aren't in alphabetical order, which kind of makes the anal retentive person in me upset, but whatever. Okay, so we'll save that. That's fine. Let's look for the next one. Weight stats. We don't care about not in. So we don't care about this one either. Okay. And then next. And then not in. Boom. And so Vlad says over in chat, he says, SP Blitz already plays nice with databases where the login doesn't have access because it has a part near the top where it checks permissions. Also, it works okay with Google Cloud SQL because of those checks. It skips a bunch of steps, but it doesn't fail. Okay, perfect. Okay, so we'll skip this guy. I'm going to go ahead and do this. Even though you're saying it works already, I'm going to be good and do it just because I'm going to make myself feel better and sleep better at night. And who doesn't want that? Although if there are a lot of them, I'm looking at the little scroll bar, and there's not that many, so I'll go ahead and do that. Not in. You and you. Let's just copy that so that I can reuse this more. Next. Database admin not in. Did I say, somebody says not in. Did I screw that up? Let's go find previous. Okay, so I said not in there. Oh, ha, good one, pilot coder there. Good one there. Let's find previous code just to make sure I didn't. Okay, good, so I got it there. Now let's go next. Joseph Peach says, how did you skip to the end of the line? It is end on the keyboard. On the Mac, it's like function and the right arrow. I use that all the time. Not in. Okay, so here we go. Here's our not in. There we go. Next. Not in. Here's another one with our, let's delete you. And then delete you. Oops, I'm missing little single quotes there. Or double quotes. There we go. There's that. And then we'll copy gcloud again. Next. Perfect. There's another one. Boom. And then next one. Good. I think we hit. Oh, no. We still got one more. Not in. Oh, we still got multiples. Jeez. No in. Not in. Boom. And there. And then next. Golly, it's freaking everywhere. And next. Golly, it's freaking everywhere. I don't want to ride this ride anymore. Who said it had to be through here? Who? Oh, not in. The fun of being an open source maintainer, although y'all have to actually watch me doing that, which is kind of a pain in the rear. Paste. Okay, there's that one. Next. I don't care about that either. Paste. And then next. Okay, plan guides. Don't care about that either. And then next. And not in. Relatable frustration. Yeah, that's true. I'm not the only one who has to deal with this crap. I'll throw this. These are alphabetized, so we will throw this in here. Boom. And then next. Non-default database scoped. Okay, not in. And I probably should just add gcloud SQL admin to the list of ignored databases is what I should probably do. If I'd have known it was going to be this long, I probably would have done that. Jeez. Not in. So what'd you do this morning, Brent? Can you at least give us some music while you're doing this? Paste. And come down to here. And next. Golly, it just never ends. There we go. Next. That's perfect. That's different. Oh, hallelujah. We are done. Okay, we did it. Wrapped all the way around. Let's save this. Let's execute this. We changed. Oops, I highlighted that. We changed a bunch of stuff. So to be good, I'm going to say SP Blitz, check user database objects equals 1. I am going to say check server equals 1. Execute. Check server info is what it's supposed to be. Info. Morgan Freeman. Yes, equal dev DBA. The narrator says he realized it was a bad idea. Okay, good. So we got that. That's fine. Let's close this out. Let's close this out. Let's close this out. Don't save. Then let's do... Vlad's post was, or Vlad's issue was number 3818. So I'm going to create a new branch, branch 3818 SP Blitz. I'm going to do a new branch, bring my changes along with it, switch branch. Let's take a look just to make sure that the stuff that I changed is all related to gcloud admin, and that it didn't pick up anything else, and that I correctly spelled gcloud admin, and that I did not in instead of anything like in. That looks good. That looks good. Whole lot of changes here for very little value. All right, there we go. Publish the branch. Actually, I should have done a check-in here. So 3818 SP Blitz, skip G Clouds, Cloud SQL admin, working on number 3818. Commit, push, give me a pull request, assign myself, milestone 2025, create the pull request, and merge the pull request. Merge, confirm the merge, and that is done. Okay, so now that we've done that, now we can go back over to our blog post, because we were doing the blog post that had all of the changes in it. And then let's go to, so this is this my, where's my list of, there we go, there's my list of pull requests. Now let's go over to our blog post. SP Blitz typo, and now what I'm doing is I'm just going through to see, I think I've already got the old stuff already in there. Yeah, fix typo, that was the accelerated database recovery, fix that typo. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go sort by, how come I don't have a sort by list on here? That kind of blows. I want to sort it by which ones were the most recently updated. So we'll just go down here. So 3818, we're in SP Blitz. We're going to say enhancement, skip Google Cloud SQL. Actually, you know what I should do is I should move this one over here so you can see me typing, and I'll move the issues list over here. So I'll say skip Google Cloud SQL, admin, database, gcloud, Cloud SQL admin. We'll say this is 3818. Thanks, Vlad Jermia. And then we'll copy. And this is 3818. We'll get the hyperlink for that. Google and GitHub will create its own issues list, but because it's not organized by script, I like having the stuff organized by script so that people can see what actually changed in each script, which I know that they care about. And then I'm going to copy that exact same enhancement down to SP Blitz index. There that goes. Ooh, you have a little GitHub stats widget. Oh, that's kind of cool. I should probably open up a check to see if I can update my GitHub profile. There's probably all kinds of cool stuff I could put on there. Let's see here. What else do we change? SP Blitz lock, don't fail if the login doesn't have permissions. Okay, cool. So this is under SP Blitz lock. Fix. No longer fails if login doesn't have select permissions on MSDB, DBO, sysjob steps. Steps. This is 3816. Thanks. Go Vladimir. Copy that. Copy. Paste. This is 3816. Copy. Paste. All right. Let's go to what else? 30 SP Blitz Who. Okay, cool. So SP Blitz Who. This is 3814. SP Blitz Who. Fix. No longer fails if login doesn't have select permissions on MSDB, DBO, sysjobs. This is 3814. And copy that. Copy. Paste. And then Vlad. Copy. And oops, I should have done this. Copy this. Copy. Paste. Okay. And then let's see here. So that was this one, SP Blitz Who, SP Blitz Index, the resumable operations. That was really cool. So this is 3812, copy. SP Blitz Index. Well, this is really a fix. Fix in table level detail mode, show details for resumable index builds that have not been canceled yet, that are still building for the first time, Number 3812, thanks, Reese. Paste. Reese. Copy. And Reese. Goading. Oops. If you hit the right combination of keys on the Mac keyboard, it brings up a local emoji keyboard. And part of me curses that, but I also really like it because I do need it. I use the emoji keyboards more than I would think that I would have. And then that's it. I think that's it. SP Blitz Cache, I added the thing about the Constitution. Oh, it's not in there. Add support for building the Constitution when, oh, very cool. All right, let's do that. So SP Blitz Cache, add support for building the Constitution. So enhancement. Yes, SQL Dev DBA, exactly. Same thing. That is exactly true. I never remember what the keyboard combination is, and I keep triggering it accidentally. Enhancement, if include the Constitution MD file when building on, or MD extended database property, the database property when building an AI prompt. That's number 3809. Copy. My dog is barking like crazy, and I don't know what's going on. That's fairly unusual for him. What else do I not have in the change log? So that is the Constitution. SP Blitz code review, fixed case sensitivity typo, reorder. What is, did I? Oh, I fixed up. So, oh, yeah. So AI did a code review in SP Blitz. Eric Darling had a code review in SP Blitz that found a bunch of bugs. And then I fixed some of Claude Code's bugs, which was kind of funny. Okay, so wow, we have a lot of fixes inside there. We don't have any in SP Blitz first, so I'm going to delete that. But we have a lot of fixes inside there already, so you can kind of see why we're going to end up doing a release of the first responder kit sooner rather than later. And another part of that is I want to add, the next thing that I need to do is I need to add, this is on today's task list, not for during the stream, For today's task list, I want to add AI recommendations. Oh, good catch on the audio. And let's fix that for good. Let me go fix that for good real quick because that's pretty easy to change. Configure Stream Deck, RDP1, 5 actions, audio mixer. Well, that's odd. It should be muting the correct one, RDP1. It should be unmuting. Why is it unmuting the other one? Because it's a different scene. Okay, it's the Twitch scene. That's why. Let me do that. Audio mixer. There we go. That's it right there. Mic aux. Okay, perfect. That's fixed. So the other thing that I want to do is I want to build, just like we have for SP Blitz Cache, we have an AI parameter now. I want to build one for SP Blitz Index. And under SP Blitz Index, I'm going to send over an AI prompt payload with the list of existing indexes on a table. It'll only be for table level calls. The list of existing indexes on a table, the list of indexes a SQL Server wishes it would have had, and the highest reading execution plans that desired those missing indexes, and say, here you go, ChatGPT or Claude or Gemini, whatever, please build a consolidated, go get rid of indexes that aren't being used, merge down indexes that can be safely merged, add indexes that are desperately needed, keeping in mind the other existing indexes on a table. Build me a change set and explain why you did that. So I want to include that in this first responder kit release as well. The reason why I want to do that is that those two things, SP Blitz Cache and then the use of AI for SP Blitz Index, are already changing the way that I do consulting work. Now, I don't have it in SP Blitz Index yet. So far, I've been building the prompts manually via like Excel copy paste. But those are already changing the way that I do consulting, and I want to update those and then re-record the how I use the first responder kit class, and then building atop of that, I also have to re-record all the labs for all my mastering classes. I'm going to re-record them using SQL Server 2025 and 2025 compat level. And then in the labs, I'm going to do the lab homework two ways. I'm going to do it with AI and without, so that students can choose to see which ones they want, and then that'll also help them understand which one makes the most sense for their own use cases. Also, it'll help to start selling people on AI. I don't feel like that I need to sell people on AI, but I do feel like a lot of database administrators out there, because they're not used to using AI in a smart way, they only see the dumb AI slop that they see on LinkedIn, and they think that AI is bad universally, when in reality it's really, really good. You just have to know how to use it effectively. And of course, it's not good for every task. Okay. So that wraps up me working with the garage door open. I'm going to stop here. I'm going to go find out why my dog was barking absolutely like crazy. And then I'm going to work on SP Blitz Index and integrate the AI in here later. Hopefully y'all had fun and learned something, and I will see y'all on the next office hours. Adios, everybody.